for Drip Drill, exploration of the gridiron aesthetic.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that.
Producers can do that?
Yeah.
We'll fix it in post.
I'm a very aesthetic person.
Yeah. Mike, I guess you have that in common.
We don't really go over these a lot before we
there.
start. Yeah, we don't really go over these a lot.
All right, so there you have it, Mike. Let's start here, and we will get into that NFC East. We'll rank it for you. We already did the AFC West, maybe the best division in pro football. NFC East might be in contention for the worst, but in the meantime, glorious! It's like Christmas for anyone who loves the get-ups the way Mike and I do. Sunday in Seattle, it's 1976 all over again. Back in the 90s, things got sideways for the Buccaneers. The reason we came to hate the creamsicle uniforms was the satin finish pants. That's my contention, at least. That's why we don't like Tampa Bay. Those pants are so ugly. They're not going to wear those. They're going to wear the all-whites against the Seahawks' glorious royal blue and Kelly green. Regionally specific, both of them, and I think that's part of why they're both so great. How say you on this one?
This is the best uniform matchup the league might have to offer, especially this season. I mean, I love both of these uniforms. I like the road whites, all white, more than I like the creamsicle tops. Even I think this is just
I do too.
Such a bold look. The white on the uniform makes all the other colors pop, and the contrast of these Seahawks uniforms. I'd love for them to have an alternate helmet that isn't a throwback, that invokes that silver flint finish that the Seahawks had in their AFC West days. I love this uniform matchup. I may not red zone it. I may just freebase this game aesthetically. Sound doesn't even need to be on. This is a beautiful looking game. I get a great defense to watch. I get the graphic that comes up now every time Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield play, which is both of them in a Carolina Panthers uniform. This game is going to look fantastic.
Pretty days for our eyeballs. I will say the best uniform matchup that we get to see every year is Chiefs when they wear the red pants at the Raiders. Not as good, though, under the dome as it was when they were on the Oakland Athletics dirt infield. That was a little bit better.
You need a little pitcher's mound in the middle for just the total contrast, the total palette contrast.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. All right, let's do it now. Like I say, NFC East, let's rank them 4 down to 1. And I'm going to let you kick things off here in 4 metropolises. I don't know if this counts as a hot take or whatever, but I am unimpressed with the outfits in 2025, at least, for these 4 division foes.
Yeah, most people would say that there's probably a huge disconnect here. The audience might recommend that this is the best uniform division. It's the most overrated division in all of sports aesthetics. And I'll rattle off the reasons why. But my worst team, my worst uniform, which a lot of fools will probably argue is the best uniform in sports, there's only one thing. The Dallas Cowboys uniform is atrocious. It makes 0 cents. 0 cents. The finish on the pant doesn't match the finish on the helmet. The blue on the socks and the numbers. Where's that blue on the helmet? Can we have navy, please? Can we have matching colors? None of it makes sense. How about for the pant? You see the road set, which is the navy top and the actual silver pants? Those should be the pants all the time. The only thing this uniform has for it is it's a beautiful contrast when directly lined up against the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It looks great. It looks like football is supposed to look like, but that is more nostalgic than its actual aesthetics. This Cowboys uniform makes 0 sense. 0.
I support everything you just said, and it is good. You know, you want to play complementary football if you're on the same team. If you're playing against somebody, you want complementary football fashion, and the Cowboys at least give that. They got to get rid of the satin finish on the pants. That would be the first order of business for me. And a plague for this whole division is the Cowboys right now don't look as good as they did in, say, 1978. A flat finish looks way better, and they should go back to that, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. For me, they're number 3 because at number 4, it's not just the terrible name. They're the commies. The commies in our nation's capital. What are we doing here? Here's my question to you, and it's tangential. It's not specifically about what your eyes say, but more your ears and what comes out of your mouth. Have we, because they went to the Commanders, is that an indication that we as a society are not allowed to say Redskins anymore? I don't even know if Mike Fuentes has to bleep that.
It is weird. Like, once Daniel Snyder copped to it, which really was just like a PR diversionary tactic.
Wait, you're worse than him? Like, you can't be worse than him. Like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't say that anymore.
I don't understand, like, why we all. Although the way that I remember it is, left-leaning media just started saying, "Look, I'm not the Washington football team," before they were actually the Washington football team, and it felt just as much about Daniel Snyder as it actually meant about the offense. I don't understand why they went Commanders, though. Their nickname is Commies. In fact, I know them as the Commies, and I struggle to find their actual name. They should have been the Washington Pigskins, because you could still remain calling them Skins. It would have been fine. They have the hog history with the famous O-line. The football is called the Pigskin. Maybe we would have offended some animal rights group, but it should have been Pigskins.
I do like the W logo, though.
Yeah, that's nice.
The W logo's nice.
You could have the W logo and
still be
Pigskins.
Yeah, you're right. You get both.
Okay, that's more collegiate in spirit. A W. The old logo was cool, and I'm not advocating that they were that.
Careful.
They should have been what they should have been was the Hogs.
Let my boy cook.
It's not offensive. The logo wasn't offensive. What was offensive was the name and what you're calling the guy on that help. But the Hogs is wait. What was that one?
I have a character on our show anytime that someone wants to be right-leaning. He just talks in the Miami play-by-play voice, Joe Zagacki.
And so it's
a bit of an... Look, that's what we call an Easter egg for our shared audience.
Correct.
There.
For the extended Leberverse. Yeah.
Finally, someone with the guts to say it.
Yeah, complicated legacy, Joe Zagacki.
All right, so we're not saying it? I don't know. I
I'll say it with you, brother. You first.
Say it proud.
Well, on the count of three. Yeah.
I better not, then. I guess I better back off.
But we'll do it at the same exact time.
We'll do it together. Yeah.
I mean, you really put that into perspective for me. Like, you are more extreme than Dan Snyder, if you're saying it still. So you're right. I guess I should.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that ilk.
Come on, let's say it one more time. Yeah. I'll follow you.
Mike
Washington,
Washington,
Bobby Kennedy Jr. wants to say it. He can say it. Now, number 3 for you, Mike Ryan, in the NFC.
I can't actually say it. My voice gets Redskins.
He's not saying it, everybody. Can you hear? He's not saying it.
I guess.
We're not saying it again.
Philadelphia's solid in this division.
Yeah,
they got good throwbacks. Beautiful helmets.
No, I don't like the Eagles at all. Yeah, I don't like the color green. I like Hunter green. The best thing about it's the helmets. I don't like how it looks on the uniform. And also, very unpopular opinion, I think the Kelly greens are the most overrated retro uniform in the league.
I mean,
no, that's why you're wrong. The Kelly greens are great, 1960. The Jaworski ones are the underrated ones.
Who cares? They're just green.
The pine green with the gray pants, and then the Randall Cunningham ones. All better than what they've been wearing for the last 25 years. Get rid of those already, would you, Eagles?
You got an old soul here, Dave. I understand it, but you went at the Bucs rebrand, and the Eagles said this too. At a certain time, we're known as losers. We're not championship material. Nobody has the only affinity that people have to these uniforms is the fact that they've been around for a long time, but we haven't done any winning in these. When they rebranded and went with the darker colors, they started getting consistently good, and that's a successful rebrand. They successfully rebranded, and so did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, you can have your opinions and say the creamsicles are better. That's fine, but it kind of worked out for the Bucs.
Listen, they made a deal with the devil, and you're right. You can't now reverse course on that same thing with the Flying Elvis Patriots. I'd like them to go to Pat Patriot, but all their winning, all their Lombardis were in that ugly Navy getup. All right, so you've got the Eagles at 3.
I've got the Eagles at 2. You and I agree with the Washington Commies over there, and number 1 for me. Now I have a bone to pick with like their pants selection because I loved it when they invoked the gray pants. Great rebrand at the turn of the century for the New York Giants. A great example of how you can honor your legacy and not go full throwback and still push it fashion forward. I loved how they accentuated red on the road. The New York Giants, a classic interlocking the classic NY YA tittle type of logo on the helmet. They did a fair amount of winning with their old 80s Parcells set, and that uniform, when they bring those throwbacks back, it always bothers me because the one with the script Giants on the helmet. The blues do not match at all, and everyone seems to go gaga over these, and it doesn't make any sense. Congratulations.
You and I are in a complete agreement on this, and the all-whites didn't look good. The LT all-whites were not especially attractive, whereas the gray pants with the white jersey and the red numbers are in the conversation for best road getup. Now they wear the all-white, so those aren't good. Bottom line, this division is lousy with its uniforms. I will give the Giants a tepid win here over the Eagles because they summoned that throwback from the deep past, and I do think the lowercase NY is superior to the uppercase Giants, but I think you and I are in the big minority.
Here's one thing I'll give their throwbacks, though. The nameplates that the 80s New York Giants had, that they've remained consistent whenever they harken back to the throwbacks in the modern era. Beautiful nameplates. Big, legible names on the back. I like that.
Mike Ryan, I like you. Good luck to your Canes this weekend. They better make quick work out of that team, or maybe nobody deserves a bid out of the ACC. We'll talk to you soon, fella. In the meantime, safe travels up to Tallahassee. Successful travel up to Tallahassee.
Thank you. Crap town. Hate it. Go Canes.